All right, so this is what it is. We waiting on our guest to show up. We just started. He hasn't shown up yet. So far on the podcast is just 606 of myself. We're gonna continue
Yep.
to just keep it going. And whether he shows up or not, we just gonna rock out with our cock out, and act like it's just another episode. But the title of it is gonna be what it is. I'm gonna put it up there. And then I'm gonna put in parentheses whatever happened. All right. Once we're done, depending on how things turn out. So six, my brother, what's going on?
Not much, bro. Just doing the same old thing as usual. Just trying to, you know what I'm saying, work towards the goal. You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying? Accomplish some things.
Yes, sir. All right. So I'm gonna
Uh,
say this. I'm gonna say this as well. It's important to say this to the young men and women who are outside in the streets and you think you're selling drugs. If you are dropping more bodies than money that you're making, you are not making any fucking money. The prison system says that each person is worth 60,000 to $100,000. All right. So if y'all dropping that many people weekly, times that in the prison system, times the money that y'all should actually be making out there on the streets. All right. Another way to look at it, in the era where I grew up at, in Chicago, certain blocks in Chicago was making 40,000 a day up to 100,000 a day. Some was making $200,000 a day. If y'all not making that type of money, y'all ain't really making no money. And there's very few places in Chicago that's really making that type of money. If you, as a young man or a young woman, are out here in these streets where you are and you are making $300 to $1,000 a week, it's time to stop what you're doing, look in the mirror and say, I need another hustle. I need to go to school, or I should probably get a job working for FedEx, UPS, or working for some hospital or something like that. This is not a
I
joke. This is not me laughing at you all. This is me just telling you all what it is. Go ahead.
I think that that message is absolutely correct, and I think that there's so many different layers to it that the basic premise is you could be doing so much more than putting your life in harm's way for so little and costing everybody else's life for the exact same reason. It's not it does it's not even designed to end well.
It's
You know
not.
what I'm saying?
It's not.
The business model is all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's no structure in your life. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Catching bodies ain't a purpose, my dude. These motherfuckers go to the military with the exact same objective. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers become police officers with the exact same objective. The difference is the path they took at least got some benefits.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? The path you on is just
Reckless,
be on a t-shirt
just to be on a t-shirt.
or do time behind walls that you'll never come out of. You know what I'm saying? That's nihilism. That's self-destructive.
Explain to the people what nihilism is so they understand, so they know what it is.
That's a person with a hopeless desire for carnage, a hopeless desire for death and destruction. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it ain't even got to be like on the highest level, but it be like one of them lingering little feelings, little ideas, the shit they say, how negative they are. They talk, they speaking with a paranoia. You know what I'm saying?
It's important for people to know and understand. Uh, I say this all the time, well, not all the time. I say this from time to time, and I think everybody should know it. What you say carries a vibration, it carries energy. So if you say that's what the type of lifestyle you with, eventually the universe, God, whatever it is that you believe in or don't believe in, It'll grant you that, especially if you keep following it and you become serious about that. I also say that Proverbs 18:21 says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those that love it will eat the fruit thereof." So if you choose to eat some negative fruit or the fruit of death and destruction, eventually that type of thing will catch up to you. It will. Eventually it'll catch up with you. For some people, they do what they have to do to make a living. Their lifestyle may have been fucked up. They may have been with the
Mm.
wrong crowd. No one raised them correctly and things like that. So it becomes something different for them to be outside doing that type of thing. But for those who have the ability to take care of themselves and avoid that type of shit, avoid it,
Right.
man. Go get you a job, man. Go get a hobby. Go get a real hobby, man. Go do something constructive, productive with your time. Don't get caught out here doing that. That shit is trash, man. We need more productive men and women out here working in the government. We need House of Representatives, Republicans, Democrats. We need more people out here,
I
governors,
think that
mayors, councilmen, city councilmen. We need more of that.
and I was having this conversation with my brother. I think that when we talk about how layered the problem is,
Hmm.
it's like you think about like what you can achieve what it is you believe you want to be if you can see an example of it. You know what I'm saying? Like what you like you want to tell a young black boy that he could be a lawyer, but then you have to be responsible for making sure he see examples of that because you introducing him to the idea. Because if he never sees what that as an example or sees an example that actually stands up, then he's going to just say, "That's going back burner. I'm gonna go back to the shit that's fun." You know what I'm saying? It's like
Hmm.
that purpose got to be attached to it. So you got to see, like they see motherfuckers who hoop. You got young niggas out here who hoop their ass off. There's niggas out here they watching rappers. They becoming those rappers, or they doing a version of that rap shit. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at the other side of that, what those primary examples are, man, them white folks make sure that shit stay hidden from us, bro. We got to literally know who to look for. We got to know what to look for.
Hmm.
And you think about like what the resources look like in terms of getting that information. Yeah, everybody got their fucking phone in their hand, but just to know what to search, most of these young niggas ain't even on that. They on only thing they on is trying to use their phone to run a scam because that's the easiest way to the money.
That's the easiest way to the money. And that's the thing that bothers me the most that these young people, men and women, young boys and girls, have their phones in their hand every day. They're looking at it
Yep.
constantly. Some of them are becoming hunchbacks early on in life because they got their phone in their hand. But they're looking at all the wrong shit. They ain't going to YouTube University to find out, yo, how do I save up to have $1 million by the time I'm 35?
A lot of them, man, it's like they've been so hardwired. You think about like the environment they grew up in too. Like so because your environment affects your mental development anyway. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? As you grow up, you might have a short attention span because you was raised in an environment where you was either sitting in front of the TV all the damn time or you ain't never really sat down nowhere very long because you're being dropped off here and there. So you don't have no time to actually just sit down and just be a kid
Mm-hmm.
and be creative and curious. You know what I'm saying? All that energy, all that creative energy, all that curiosity, that should be gone in a lot of these young kids by the time they old enough to actually put it to some use.
Very
You know what I'm
true.
saying? They
Very
tablet
true.
babies and shit. You know what I'm saying? This what happened with the era of the convenience of the smartphone and shit like that. The
And and
tablet.
and let's say this too, because y'all, for this generation of kids that's growing up, I'm not sure which age group should we say? From 18 to
So
what?
I say 16 to 25.
16. All right, from 16 to 25, 26 years old. Let's do the whole 10 year, right? A whole decade. From 16 to 26 years old. Y'all got more advantages than we have. Y'all got AI, which is popping off. You will have the ability to look through the internet, peruse the internet, galvanize all the information you need to get the answers that you need to get you guys a lot further than we could at a higher speed of rate and to get more accomplished and create more streams of income. So it would be more productive and constructive and more conducive to your lifestyle to chase after those things and chase after those dreams and sitting around saying, I want to be a gangster. I want to hang out on the block and hang out with the homies. And let me also say this, ain't nothing wrong with hanging out with the homies, but guess what? The homies gonna always be there on that block. They ain't going nowhere. But the information, the technology that you guys have, that should have passed you by, man. And you will look up, be 35 years old, and say, yo, I didn't use my time to do nothing. All I did was sit around, smoke, and drink with the homies, man. I ain't really make no money. And that little bit of hustle money, y'all could also do this. Y'all could take that little hustle money that y'all got and put it together and do something else. Go get a studio session. Go get into something productive doing music or something like that. It's possible. It's very possible for y'all to do. Y'all just gotta y'all gotta figure it out, man. You have some ingenuity about this shit.
And
Don't just be
I'm gonna
lazy.
tell you straight up, bro. I think that this is my point of view on it, man. I think that we live in a day and time where in certain environments it is viewed perfectly okay for your teenage son to have a Draco. And don't
Oh,
nobody say nothing or do nothing. Don't nobody have no thoughts or opinions that they ever gonna voice to that child, even though that child's walking around with a Draco. You see what I'm saying?
there is
So that
nothing
means
okay with that.
exactly. There's nothing. So and you guarantee, I can guarantee fucking to you, by the time he at the point where he about to get that motherfucking Draco, he already being disrespectful in the house.
Being disrespectful.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't no young polite young man with your mama when you in the streets popping niggas. You know what I'm
You
saying?
can't
This
be. You can't
that
be.
duality don't exist.
Listen, that
This ain't no
Draco.
damn movie.
No, that Draco came years to months before, you know what I mean? The disrespect was already there before that Draco showed up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Walking around with this big ass thumper in your jeans, this big ass rifle. What made you carry around a miniature rocket launcher in your pants? You know what I'm saying? Like, what happens at that point where your mama just said, all right, fuck it, my baby's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with him. He'll be okay. Like, they'll protect him. Listen, when you get out in the streets, ain't nobody
I would
protecting you.
venture to say that a lot of them don't even live with their mama anyway. They living with their grandmama.
That,
Or,
that.
you know what I'm saying? Or if they are living with their mama, she ain't that much older than them. You see what I'm saying?
That's
She
true,
ain't
because
that much
a
older.
lot of these parents be 15 years apart. They be 15
Yeah.
years apart. Or younger with a childish mentality still because she still ain't grown
Yeah,
up.
'cause she trapped in perpetual childhood and
Yep.
shit.
Yep. Yep. Because
You
she
know what I'm
never
saying?
she didn't get a chance to be a teenager her damn self. So now she out here still trying to be in the clubs and do everything that she wanted to do and finish
So
her
she don't even know what this little nigga doing.
yeah. She trying to be in her club and area and her fuck off era and her buzz down era. And she didn't. Oh, I got this kid at home, man. He be with my mom. He'll be all right. I'll leave him with Granny, his Granny, and then the daddy ain't nowhere around. The daddy don't even exist in certain cases. So it's a
Right.
fucked up situation, man. But the thing that we really wanted to capture in this whole conversation was to make sure that you all understand, man, that death culture is a motherfucker. It's been years and years and years of people working at and pushing that type of culture on us. When hip hop started, hip hop was about social, political, conscious backdrop. It was about our lives in our neighborhoods and trying to improve our neighborhoods and trying to improve the climate and the standings and the environment around us. That's what it was about.
And teaching, you
Hmm.
know, and it educated us. You know what I'm saying? Introduced us to new concepts for self-improvement. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't all negative. And if it has some negativity too, there's a purpose behind the song.
That's a fact.
And
That's a
you know,
fact. And then
but now it's like we're like the music is being manufactured to be absolutely destructive. You know what I'm saying? And the few that actually get through are the ones that most motherfuckers ain't even listening to.
yeah, and I would like to say this as
'Cause
well to the young ass kids in that age bracket, 16 to 26. Even if you are older than that, man, always remember that music is just music. It's just entertainment. It's always entertainment. Even if some of them niggas did do it and they from those hoods and they are regular guys and motherfuckers know them and recognize who they are, It's still music. It ain't your life, man. Y'all know y'all don't live like that. Y'all know y'all ain't killers. Y'all know y'all ain't making $100,000 a day. Y'all know y'all ain't making 30,000 dollars a week. Y'all know that shit. Y'all know that. It's
It's like it
music,
ain't even
man.
that, bro.
But it sucks
It's
you in.
it's it's music is like we talk about the industry of music. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? It's like the movie industry. It's like algorithms. They use specific ingredients for their product. You know what I'm saying? They don't just like these songs don't just happen to be made in the studio and that shit come out. This shit is like, especially the shit these niggas is putting out because you can tell it's all similar. It's all contrived. When the sound is when the sound is made cool, all the young kids start to listen to it and do it themselves too, right? The one thing that I noticed that's prevalent in all the shit that they like that they actually listen to is
Hmm.
some damn trap drums. You know what I'm saying? The 808s, some low bass tones and shit like that. All of that shit, all them frequencies, them low ass frequencies, bro.
With that heavy ass bass line that everybody seems to love from the 808s.
Yeah, that shit low. That's low vibrational shit. You know what I'm saying? They put little rumbling sounds and shit like that in movies and music. It's
Hmm.
like a low tone that's put in shit, and it bring like think about like you could watch a movie and you don't even notice that there's a under like a hum happening in the background of some of these movies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
It's just how it
I
is, bro. It's
forgot
like
I forgot the word they used for it. Suspense, like a suspenseful.
yeah, suspenseful tone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, or something like impactful or something like that that they have and
and they
that they
use
put
they
under.
they play a certain key.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with music, bro. It's like not music used to be so motherfucking uplifting. Music used to like when if it was a love song, it was a love song. You know what I'm saying? It was very little like talking bad about the opposite sex in your music or talking about blowing a nigga head off every fucking song.
man, that
I
became
take your
such a
bitch.
yeah, taking your bitch, fucking your bitch, um,
Yeah.
killing you and everything like that became so much of a theme in our music, man, and it just never went away. And I'm not down to nobody about listening to that music or playing that music out, becoming a person that does that because we all did what we did. We all guilty, and played our own role in it. But it's just to say that the music didn't start out that way, and it's been
Right.
perpetuated to do that to draw us in and live a lifestyle that's destructive to us because that's what they like. And if you need
And it's
proof,
a
if you
tool
need
for the
proof,
prison industrial
yeah,
complex.
if you need proof, all you ever have to do is listen. Just go and listen to some of these record execs talk about it. They're saying in these meetings that this is the music that we prefer for black people to listen to. This is what we
Right.
want you all to play. They prefer this type of music. And then if you say, well, what if I start talking about killing white people? No, 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 no,
Right.
no. We want you to talk about killing your own people. Well, what if I talk about killing this group of people? No, 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 no. We don't want that. We want you to
That's not
sell your
marketable. That won't make
yeah,
no money.
yeah. And it ain't that it ain't marketable. It's just that they won't market. They'll market death culture. They'll market prison culture. They'll market pain and suffering from us right back to us. They'll say,
Yeah.
here, this is what we want you all to do, right?
Like here we dressed your trauma up. Here. We
Mm-hmm.
dressed it up.
Here, we're gonna give
You
you
know what I'm saying?
traumatizing music. We're gonna sell you your trauma right back to you, or we're gonna sing it to you and have you guys lull yourselves to sleep or hypnotize you back into doing the same thing.
Bro, you ever think about how like historically like the rappers made like three specific types of songs as almost like a homage and respect to the culture. So they'll do a song about where they from. You know what I'm saying? Uh, that's another type of song a rapper would do. A rapper would do like a song that kind of like some sort of call and response type shit, something to kind of keep the people, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That had that type of song, and a third song will usually be at least a song for the ladies.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And it don't be like just a song for the ladies. It'd be like a love song to a specific person, like his mama, some shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now it's like you take rappers and I'll use Drake as an example. He don't do all three of those. You know what I'm saying? There's not a Drake song about his hood or how he grew up. There's not
No,
one.
it's usually about some girl that he met and he's trying to get over on her. And next thing you know, he's apologizing for it and trying to game her up or whatever it is. So
Or he talking about he got haters.
yeah, yeah, he does. He talk about his haters or having somebody pull a gun on him or he's pulling guns on niggas now. So
So when you think about like what the three like the culture has made it where it's not you're not they don't even make it's not even cool to do what rappers used to do no more. The only thing they want you to do now is what they got Drake doing. You see what I'm saying? So like to really be able to say because this is the first rapper they have full control over. You know what I'm saying? Culturally. He ain't from the street, so he ain't walking through the door with like street mentality or a little bit
mm-mm,
more conscious of what's happening around him.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna make a whole lot of demands and he ain't gonna have one of them motherfucking criminal records that's gonna follow him throughout the industry.
right.
So those three things alone make him the perfect candidate. He
He
was a
does
child
not
actor.
scare
He
anybody.
understands
He does not scare
he
anybody.
understands the business. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? He's the perfect fit for what they for the prototype of what they're trying to accomplish. You ain't heard too many uh, outside of like a song that maybe Kendrick did or a song that J. Cole did. There ain't too many songs about like some black shit that's really popping off right now. Like some authentically black shit, not some nigga shit. I'm talking black shit.
Uh, I guess
You
the
know what
closest we
I'm
could
saying?
get outside of J. Cole would be what? Corday and Jid, maybe.
And they not getting mainstream spins like that.
Mm-mm.
You know what
Mm-mm.
I'm saying? Like they gotta literally land on somebody's fucking playlist to be heard unless a person is purposely going out seeking out those albums
Yeah.
or those songs. You know what I'm saying?
It's a wild time we live in to see the music, and me and we have had this conversation about what they trying to, well, not what they trying, what they're working on, or what they've implemented to break down the music and tear it down completely. Um, and it's in whatever phase that they have it in, and it's just gonna keep on going. So we're watching the destruction of our music, not because of us, but because another group of people have gotten a hold of it and they hold the cards to it on a
On the
level,
industrial.
yeah, on an industrial level. So the money that they have backing it, they can push it wherever they want to. They can move it wherever they want to. We
And
can,
they remove the possibility of like just doing it independently and really making some money off your physical copies now
yeah,
because like you gotta spend top dollar to get like a CD player now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta spend top dollar to get it like motherfuckers who I know a lot of record collectors, but most of them don't have like real turntables. You know what
hmm,
I'm saying? They got like the little fancy little shits you buy at Walmart and Target. And
yeah,
that's good enough for the industry because they know that there's not enough artists actually investing money in physicals anymore. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that's taking all the wind out the sails for people who will go the route of physically handing you an album, selling you a CD. You know what I'm
hmm,
saying? Because they feel like they've convinced everybody that's just obsolete. They convinced the whole world is obsolete. And the only alternative is to stream it or buy it through them. They say, you know what, we're about to be a one-stop shop for music. We're gonna control the music industry top to bottom now. We're not sharing none of this shit with nobody. That's how they running it now.
yeah. They got this shit
And
under wraps.
they say they're not sharing it with nobody, they're not even sharing it with the artists. You see what I'm saying? Because if they were sharing it with the artists wouldn't be getting paid fucking less than pennies on the dollar for a stream.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Hey yo,
Yo,
first
yo,
off, apologies, man. I got involved in an incredibly intense conversation that was very serious, and I completely lost track of time. So I definitely want to apologize for not jumping on when I was scheduled. So apologies on that.
word,
Um,
word.
my bad
What's
on
up?
that. But I am
All
here
good.
And to whatever time you guys have left, I'm here to do an interview if you're still interested in doing it.
For sure, for sure. Turn your phone a wide way so we can actually see you. You look like a little crackhead. There we go. Boom.
That's crazy.
There we go. All right. What type of conversation was this that you was had going on, my man?
Uh, I'm involved in a legal case right now.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
How much of it can you speak on?
um, Not a lot.
Okay.
I am dealing with the end of a musical endeavor that I was involved in,
Oh, yes.
and it is, you know, a lot.
Okay.
So it's a lot. So again, apologies on it, but yeah, it was. I was talking to my lawyer,
Okay.
and
Is that situation wrapping up? Is that situation wrapping up, or is it still ongoing?
it's wrapping up.
Okay. Okay.
Hopefully by the end of next week, sometime, we will be past it.
Okay. I did see that on one of the reels or posts that you did have that's something that had been ongoing between you
Mhm.
and a music partner or
Yeah,
whatever you want to call it. So there were some issues there, and you guys were going through the motions of getting that done and taken care of. Had I known,
yeah.
bro, I would just if you'd have let me know, I could have just scheduled it
I
with you.
didn't know I was gonna have it, bro. That was the
Mhm.
thing. If being honest with you, I made a little food. It's gonna grub out, jump on, rock out, and then I got this call, and I was like, oh snap! And it's uh figuring the inner workings of it and figuring out when we're gonna sign the things and what we're splitting and the things and all the things, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And things are
yeah.
being taken down and erased and all the stuff. So
The
all the good
intricacies
stuff, you
of
know
it
what I
all,
mean? Yeah,
the
man.
breakdown of everything,
And it's
streaming
my
and everything.
and
Yeah.
it's my first time dealing with something of the nature, so it's very intense. Um, but that's how the game goes. So we got lawyers for you, I mean.
Yeah, that's what they come in handy for. Some you don't really want to use them, but
Yeah, I'd rather not, but glad I have them. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Shout to my belt.
when shit gets difficult, you would rather have them than not have them.
Than not have them. You know what I mean? So,
Absolutely.
um, yeah. Can I? I want to be nosy, and I would love to ask, how do you guys hear about me in the first place?
I heard about you. I've seen your reels pop up on my feed
Oh,
often, so maybe once or twice a week. You doing your Mr. Rogers while you rapping and everything.
facts, facts, facts.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was like, oh, let me tune in more and more and more to this. So, what I did was for myself. Well, I have a process of what I do to remind myself of your videos, of anybody's videos that I come across. So I did that process and they popped up more and more and more. So I was like, all right, if I continue to hear that same type of flow and repetition, then I know I got something, and I'll reach out, and I'll talk to him.
1,000%. First of all, thank you for checking out the vids, man. This has been a very it's been a new thing. It's been I want to call it an experiment, but not really, man. Like I love rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I would call myself an MC's MC. Uh, I come from the school of being able to rap good and also finding a way to make good music while rapping good. And
Sure.
so like that's my thing. I just want to rhyme and but my biggest thing pretty much I want to say around like 2018, 2017, I started to kind of want to show my versatility as an MC, working with different bands and whether joints my previous outfit or like touring with big bands or I've toured with Frida, I've toured with Devin the Dude, I've toured with Mickey Fax, I've toured with Tank of the Bangers. Those are all different MCs. They're all performers, but
Right.
being able to be in those rooms. And so one of the things I wanted to show was, yo, I could rhyme over anything. And so you'll hear me rhyme over, Doom One Beer Left, but then you'll hear me rhyme over the Nintendo Wii me character music. You know what I'm saying? Or you'll hear me
Right.
rhyme over um I got a few really cool the X Files theme song or whatever the case. So like I want to just show or the 500 miles by the Proclaimers. Like I want to show that like I could really rhyme over anything and one, it sounds good, and two, showing my versatility, man. So like these videos have been very in a way therapeutic for me. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
We're on day 19, technically 20, but we're on day 19. Today we're doing 46 days actually, 46 days straight of raps. And it just show, so it really does my heart some good to hear that you saw that video or saw a video and then saw a series of them and was like, yo, my man really nice, let me reach out.
That's
So
it.
that you have no idea how good that does my heart, man.
That's
Especially
it.
it just
Man,
somewhat.
you dope, dude. You really dope, man. I sat there and watched those. He put me on, and I told him, he said your name. I looked you up. And dude, I was like stuck. I don't know how long I was sitting there just looking at those videos.
Rabbit hole.
Man,
I
I
went down the
was
rabbit
thinking,
hole.
damn,
my
man,
first
that
thought
man,
process was like, this dude can spit. And
damn
then I was thinking, he's 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 developing these specific verses for these beats,
facts.
and they're all meticulous.
Woo. Boy, look, oh man,
Hey
you
man, I
boy,
salute that.
you're preaching, and not even on some boosting my ego type of vibe. You know, that's all I've ever wanted, right? Even when I was with Sass Kicks Ave and the duo that I was in, like all I've ever wanted. A lot of people get into the game and be like, "Yo, I want to have some notoriety, right? I want to get a bag. For whatever reason, I want to be known. I want to be seen. I want to be heard. All I've ever wanted was for niggas to know I know how to rap good. Everything else is lanyard. I've done a lot of really cool things in my career. You know what I'm saying? I've done a lot of things.
Right.
All I ever cared about was niggas knowing I know how to rap. Because if you know I know how to rap, then you might care about these other things I've done. Right? I've done a Volkswagen commercial. I have a song in a Peloton commercial. I have a song in TV shows and movies and stuff like that. I've toured the world with all kinds of people. I've opened for every artist you can possibly think of. None of that shit matters if you can't rap good, right?
Right.
At least my school, where I come from. So when to hear you say that the rhymes are meticulous, that means you're listening on a different level. That means you like MCing, right?
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
because the fact that you're paying attention to that lets me know that those bars aren't going unheard. Like there are rhyme schemes
Exactly.
and things that I'm doing on some of these things. The
Yeah.
attention, not to toot my own horn, but like the attention that I pay, the attention to detail that I pay attention to when I'm rhyming. Because, for example, what's a good one? The Doom joint.
Yeah.
That's probably like my favorite of the ones that are out already. I have my favorite, which I'm debating on which one I'm gonna put out. So I put them out daily. You know what I mean? And the secret is I've already recorded all of them, so I'm just putting them out as we go. But I'm not putting them out in the order in which I did it. I just kind of mix it up as I go. Anyway, the Doom joint. I paid attention to that one, right? That's like my fourth time rhyming on that beat on the internet. And so if you saw me in my other outfit, then you would see that I have rhymed over that beat already. And I did it justice. I killed it. But this one I was like, man, first of all, I don't know if you guys are obviously I imagine you're familiar with Doom. That beat is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
One beer is
Absolutely.
insane, right?
Yeah.
So when I hear that beat, I'm like, yo, what can I say on this joint? And to be honest, man, like I approached it from where I'm at right now, just in my life, you know. Uh like Doom, I max my feelings. If you're not a therapist, then don't ask my I literally left therapy that day
Mm,
when I wrote that verse. So it's like
mm.
like Doom, I mask my feelings. If you're not a therapist, don't ask my feelings. All you're gonna get is a funny little quip right quick, and then we move right past my feelings. That's how I am. I don't like
Right.
when people be asking me like, "How you doing? You good?" It's like, man, I
Right.
don't know you. Why you ask me that? Oh man, insert joke here. Yeah,
Right.
man, how's your mom? And then we get past, and then like
Right.
what I say, let's get into these bars though, because it's a bar show. I'm about to smoke all of y'all like a Marlboro inside a bar though, which is like a triple entendre.
Yeah.
Are you guys cool with me like breaking down this verse? I don't want to just commandeer the
No, go
situation.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Talk.
Good, bro.
Listen,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
it's your time now, brother. I get to sit
facts.
back and just go, yeah.
I appreciate it. So like, let's get into these bars though, because it's a bar show. I'm about to smoke all of y'all like a Marlboro inside a bar though. So like, I'm gonna smoke y'all like a Marlboro inside the bar, which is like was a double actually. Inside the bar, inside the rap. I'm gonna smoke y'all like a
Right.
Marlboro inside a bar though, inside of a bar where you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Smoke y'all like a Marlboro inside a bar though. I father y'all like Bardock, and I'm here to make your jaws drop. So if you know Dragon Ball Z, you know Bardock is Goku's dad. So I
Yeah.
father y'all like Bardock, and I'm here to make your jaws drop, to make it all stop. Because your authority is like Cartman or Mall Cop. So like Paul Blart, Mall Cop, authority, and then Cartman,
Yeah.
respect my authority. So like that's like a double there. I try to rock. Your authority is like Cartman or Mall Cop. I rock into the balls drop. I rock into the ball drop. A grown man since my balls drop. Jerry Rice, you very rarely see the ball drop.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, like that's just taking the word balls and using this as many different ways I could.
Rarely ever saw
No,
Jerry drop one.
you feel me? No
Mm-hmm.
need for gloves, which is a football with the scheme, but I do
Mm-hmm.
need a hug, and I'm out of this world. Somebody should beam me up. I've seen enough. You dog, you need a buff. On lock, you see the cuffs. Good lord, AB is tough. Like I really was like, yo, I wanted to like make that one as intricate as possible, and it kind of showed that video did kind of well on my page. Like people really rock with it. So again, to bring it around, to hear you say
Good
and
Lord,
listen,
AB is tough. Handcuff.
yeah, thank you, man.
Oh my God.
Thank you, man. But
Talk
to
your
hear,
shit, man. Look, I just get to geek out, man, because you talking the shit
The
that we
way you
love,
change
bro.
the, I peeped the way like you change your entendre to the next metaphor behind it. You
thousand
know what I'm
percent,
saying? A lot of
thousand
people,
percent.
a lot of people don't pick up on that. You know what I'm saying? Or how the internal rhyme scheme loop back around.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
You know what I'm
That's what it's
saying?
about, dude. Like, that's what it's about for me. Like, I want to show impressiveness, right?
Right,
And then the music slap, and I don't be over rapping the record, right?
right,
I know how to sit like with a record like when I rhymed over the 500 miles proclaimers joint. Like when I pull up, you should know I'm gonna be the best MC you've ever heard. I'm following the cadence of the song, but
right.
still doing my MC shit while singing, and I'm in the pocket. When you pull up, you should uh from was it from in my city. Yeah, you know I rep it proud. I'm from New Orleans, uptown to be exact. Like trying to find that pocket where I'm not over rapping the record sound like Crooked Eye over a Proclaimers beat, but like at the same time, I want to show that I'm still like MCing, but and then find a pocket of the record, but not ignoring the idea of the original song, which keeps the
Right.
familiarity and the nostalgia of it. So like those are the things that I think about when I'm writing these records. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then keeping the scheme going. Like if I come up with a punchline and that scheme is crazy, then I'm gonna one of my favorite things to do, dog. Speaking of that, like the internal work of the rhymes is so the funny part about like rhyming over some of these things, some of these joints that I rhymed over is I get to encompass the idea of what I'm rapping over, right? So like for example, the Nintendo Wii joint, and I don't remember all these joints by heart. I kind of write them, I record them, and we kind of move on. But they're doing one I just remember because I've watched it so many times. I really love that one. But like I'm trying to think which ones I put out. Like Rugrats. I rhymed over the Rugrats joint. What I said, you know where to find me with my best friends having fun. Do you copy? So like I'm trying to like encompass and embody the idea of Rugrats and just
Right.
reinterpret it in a way that you know what's up, but you just never heard it this way.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So while I'm doing that, I'm also like figuring out ways to make it cool. You know where to find me with my best friends having fun. Do you copy? I'm gonna do them bad, have them yelling for their mommy, which is obviously kids, mommy,
Right.
I'm gonna take a shot. I won't even need a Tommy. So like Tommy gun, Tommy. Uh,
Right.
I'm
Tommy
gonna
Pickles.
just I'm gonna just chuckle, y'all. Sorry, like Chucky. What I meant, I messed up the word. What I meant to say was, I'm gonna just chuckle, y'all. Scary like Chucky. Got a bad feeling, you can feel it in your tummy. I see Reptar, I'm gonna make him run from me. Ain't that Buster Rhymes? I always thought that that was funny. I be in the front because I'm better, bruh. Y'all a middle, that's mean. Angelica, which is like one of my favorite punchlines ever. Nigga said, y'all the middle, that's mean. The mean is like the average middle
Yeah.
but mean Angelica because she was mean as shit. And it'd be like those type of lines. I'd be like, if only one nigga get that.
Yeah. And you, but
You know
then
what I'm saying?
you tied it in to you tied it all the way in.
Into the theme.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
These videos are like, I'm telling you, some of the shit that I got coming up, dog, like people are gonna be like, whoa. And like I said, we're 19 days in. Can I ask y'all a question?
Yeah.
Um, if you were to have to maybe pick one or two or whatever ones like right that kind of stick out to you, I would love to hear which one stuck out to you as the videos that you like, yo, if there was like one or whatever that you was like, yo, that's a joint, if at all.
I can't remember the first one that got me. I
Go
can't
ahead.
remember the first one that got me, but the MF Doom, that was the one. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna stay here. I'll be here for a little bit. And so for like a day or two, that's where I was. I would go off and on your page, and I say, if this is consistent, man, dude can spit. You know, you can do one or two and get away with it,
Yeah.
but a spitter knows a spitter. You know what I'm saying? Like MCs know MCs. So the more I was like, oh, okay, he got a bunch of them in the clip like this. So I think there was one when you put on, I think some red. I can't even remember what they were. You put on some red joints, and then another one. I think the shoes were like directly behind you. I think they were all black, and you were reaching behind you, and you might have
Oh,
missed
that's that must be
something
the
like.
fight the power when I rhymed to fight the power.
Might have been. You just reach right behind you and you put
Yeah,
them
fact.
joints on. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
fight the
those
yeah.
it was like two it was like two or three of them that I really, really enjoyed.
Yeah, the fight the power one is shouts to Chuck D. He actually reposted that one on Twitter, which
Oh
was
man, that's
crazy.
dope. That's
That
dope.
was that was crazy. He called me Al Bank Shots, and I was like, okay, well that's gonna be because I didn't know this, but he named Busta Rhymes. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He gave Busta Rhymes his rap name. That's one of the little tidbits in history that kind of got past me. But so he called me
Right.
a name. So I'm gonna make a jersey and put that on the back or something. Like, God damn, Chuck D just called me somebody. He called me anything. The fuck.
Right.
And also, man, what another thing that I'm gonna be doing with these videos is, I won't say which ones, but I am gonna be talking a little bit about, my not the legal aspect of it, but like because not to how can I put I don't talk about it too much, but like my duo that I was in, we were pretty viral, we were pretty known. And so like we conjured up a really, really nice fan base or whatever. And so there's like the question like what happened, and I get that question like every other day, like what happened with the group, whatever. And so like I say all that to say that I'm using these videos as a way to kind of talk about things and kind of get things off my chest, and then also truly because I've been in therapy and like truly encompassing how I'm feeling in the moment,
Mm.
right? I got raps where I talk about New Orleans because I kind of went viral last year locally for a video where I say New Orleans isn't a hip hop city. Now I didn't say New Orleans doesn't have hip hop in it. I just said it isn't a hip hop city, and anyone that knows can tell the difference of what I'm saying. But that video kind of went viral, so I kind of talk about New Orleans hip hop and like how we do have hip hop, but we're not quite a hip hop city, and using these videos as ways to get these like specific ideas off of my brain that are sitting on my heart. You know what I mean? Just finding a really cool way where it doesn't sound like I'm emo. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
save that for the
Yeah.
music. Yes,
It wouldn't be exactly saying that you saying anything wrong. I've heard people say that Memphis isn't the best place to be doing hip hop. I've
Mm.
heard people
Are you
say
guys in
that.
Memphis?
No, we from Chicago, bro.
Oh man, I love Chi Town, boy.
Yeah,
Oh
you
man,
get love up here, bro. You get
yeah,
love
man.
up here.
We did my last show there was at the Hideout.
Okay,
The Hideout. I played the Elbow Room.
okay,
I played North Bar. Usually when I'm up there, I'm usually around Wicker Park or
yes, sir.
whatever.
Yeah.
We know where
Uh,
you are. We know where you be at.
Man,
Hmm.
y'all, man, boy, look, I got so much love in Chicago, boy. My favorite rapper of all time is from Chicago. Nigga Lupe is just
Phenomenal,
that nigga otherworldly, man.
phenomenal.
Man.
That nigga,
But when
I
you
was
said that, when you made that statement, you weren't saying nothing negative. You were just speaking to the fact that the hip hop scene isn't as grandiose or isn't as prevalent as you would like it to be where you're
1,000%,
from. That's all it is.
1,000%, because we got some spitters from the city, But my point was at the time it was like if you name 10 rappers that have ever popped off from New Orleans, you probably could name two that wasn't on some gangster shit.
Mm, mm,
You know, that's just what it is. You got like D1 and J Electronica.
that's it.
yeah.
And if you really break it down, there's a kid named Larizi who's out of here. This motherfucker is out of here. Like he is. First of all, he's like 20. He's a kid, and he's like amazing. Dude just got co-signed by Nas and Tyler the Creator in like the same month. This little nigga is next.
Wow.
Like he
Wow.
is out of here. And I'm glad I just did a gig when that's my bro. We're gonna do a record together. But you got about four.
Yeah. Now, okay, since because you're from the cities, and I can't really speak. I can give my opinion, but you're from the city, right?
Facts, facts.
Where would you say currency lies? Like where
He's
is
in the
he?
middle, man. He's in the
Okay.
middle because he a spitter. You dig? No pun intended. He got bars. You dig? But he definitely kind of rides that line of like more lifestyle rap, but in that lifestyle is some gangster shit every now and again. Even if he ain't the one to do it, he got niggas around him that'll do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he mentions that in the rap. And not to get super like tidbit about it, but
Yeah.
like he's an MC, he's hip hop as hell. And that's the thing too, like gangster shit is hip hop, right?
It
All I'm
is.
saying is as it pertains to what I would consider like, your more traditional, whatever the case. And again, this isn't to say one's better than the other, by the way. It's just saying that New Orleans, our backbone is nigga shit. It's gangster shit. All the biggest rappers that came from here talk about some gangster shit. It's a part of us, it's an aspect of us, but it ain't everything. And so I was just like, man, when it come to like anybody who's from the city, anybody who's been doing this for more than 5 years, I've been doing this shit for 16 years. I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. And all my OGs have been doing it for 25 years, 30 years, etc. Any one of those guys will tell you, yeah, it's not a hip hop city. We got hip hop in this motherfucker, but it's not a hip
Mm-hmm.
hop city. And so, but to bring it back around, man, I'm using these videos as ways to kind of like get some things off by rapping over some of my favorite New Orleans joints. I rapped over Juvenile Huh. You know what I mean? And I talk about the fact that our mayor just got indicted. I talk, referencing things that only New Orleanians would recognize, and because that's something about me as well. There's nothing else you know about Alfred Banks, man. That boy rap good, and he from New Orleans. Because I'm super proud to be from this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I
For
always like
sure.
to dispel that idea that because I've had it happen. I remember I won't say who, but I toured with somebody who's a very close friend of mine. And what fuck I'll say because it's not bad by him. I told Mickey Fax, and when I played New York, that was 2014, and when I played New York, I remember um bro was like people in the crowd was hearing me rhyme or whatever, and I made sure nobody knew who I was before I got on stage.
Mm-hmm.
And when after I got off the stage, man, everybody was like, "Man, yo, you word up, kid. Where you from? You heard word up and all this shit." And I was like, "I'm from New Orleans, man." They're like, "Wait, you're from New Orleans, spitting like that, bro? I didn't know y'all could get down like that." And so like there is this idea that Southern MCs. Obviously, we have an incredible amount of examples of it, so I don't even know why this
Absolutely.
is still a thing. I don't know why
Absolutely.
it's still, but like cats really be
That
on that type of time.
that bothers me to hear that people still do that. Knowing the lineage that you guys have from all the way from 8 Ball and MJG to UGK to Outkast, all the way, to having Lil Wayne down there. Like it bothers me to know that people still say that.
That shit is wild.
Even bro, when I have years ago when I was going out places and they say, "Oh, you from Chicago? Y'all got spitters like that?" Like, yes, it's
You
everywhere
kidding
now,
me?
fam. It's everywhere.
That
Like
shit
it hasn't left.
everywhere.
It's everywhere, bro.
Yeah, like where
Like
we
there's
going
nowhere
here?
you can go and nowhere in America where you can't hear niggas spit. It's niggas in Portland, Oregon that can spit, bro.
And I know him. I know him.
It's niggas look, there are niggas in Delaware that can spit.
I am aware. You know what I mean?
And
I'm aware.
these niggas are better than some of the niggas that we think in New York or anywhere else.
1,000%, man. And like that's kind of the chip on my shoulder that I have when I go these different places. You dig?
Yeah.
Like I'm a Southern guy, and I'm proud to be Southern. You dig? I'm proud to be a Southern MC. Let me run that back. I'm proud to be from New Orleans. I ain't proud to be Southern.
Right.
I'm from
Make
New
it plain.
Orleans.
Make it plain. Make it
You
plain.
feel me? I'm from New Orleans. Like I don't know about the South, but I'm from New Orleans.
Hmm.
Only because you know a whole lot of red states down here, but I whatever. Anyway, I'm from New Orleans and I'm proud to be from the city. But I understand being a Southern MC, people have these like weird ideas and like all the, it's like, nah, man, y'all gonna y'all gonna dead that today. Like we over here, we not only can I rhyme over Doom, I could rhyme over a Nintendo Wii beat. But if you put the beat on and we in a cipher, I'm taking it over. You did. If we on stage rocking, you can't see the live show. Live show is different, right? Like the freestyle, I can freestyle like you know what I'm saying. My freestyle is crazy because I'm around guys who help sharpen my sword. I'm only around nice MCs and people that like are very passionate about what they do. So even if they're not as nice as a rapper per se, they're an
Hmm.
incredible live performer or they're incredible with their business, or they're incredible with the this or the that. So I'm only around guys that are gonna make me better. So like I pride myself on being that type of MC that could be a representation of my city. Cause I
Absolutely.
see myself in that same vein as a J Electronica. You know, there are other rappers, you know, Mac from No Limit. That he
Yes,
was the
sir.
nicest, he was probably the nicest rapper on No Limit.
He was
Period.
to me.
Come on, man. I mean, you know, there's another one, but I won't say his name because of he's has terrible charges on his name. But
Mm.
Mac had a song with Nas. Mac
Yeah.
had a song with Nas, bro. You got to be nice, bro. Like, what are we doing here? So, like, that's what I'm on. I see myself in that same vein. But again, that's why I appreciate you guys checking out these videos because, like, these joints mean a lot to me, man. Um, I just want niggas to know I know how to rhyme, bro. That's all I got for you. I mean, I got great music. I got a live show. I have a whole career. We got a lot of stuff. But what I got for you is these motherfucking bars, cuz.
How many years you been rapping?
16.
16 years?
16.
Man.
June
Yeah.
6, 2009 is when I jumped off the porch. I did my
Yeah.
first concert, so I consider that when I jumped off the porch.
I don't want to cover what you just said about someone having ugly charges on their name because I know what you're talking about, and I'm not going to even speak on that.
Facts.
All right? I'm gonna leave that alone. Okay? But what I do want to ask is, what would you change about the hip hop scene in New Orleans to make it fairer, to make it fair, or to make it more attractive to those who want to get involved and push the initiative for music in New Orleans?
Um, Especially from the vein of hip hop, what I would change is the connection between the regular human to local music past the touristy stuff. Right? When you come to New Orleans, what you see? Niggas with trombones and trumpets, jambalayas, adarans, and shit like that. Right? And I would love for the regular people that live here and people that come to visit have more of an opportunity to see hip hop. I would love to see hip hop pushed in these like ways that people hold the brass bands here. You know,
Right.
we have a lot of legendary rappers, a lot of guys who are very still active doing it. Fiend is one of them. He tours all over the United States. He's still very active because he rocks with Spitter Tough, and he has one of the best rap voices I've ever heard in my life. Dude is a boy could sell salt to a slug. It's crazy. But dude is active. So I would love to see the connection between the regular human and the powers that be to help connect hip hop. Well, let me see. I would like to see the powers that be connect music and get it to the regular person because there's such a disconnect that there are guys that are right under your nose here, and well, there are people who are right under the noses of these people who have done some of the most incredible things ever. But if you ask a regular person, they don't even know who they are. You know, and I think obviously that disparage that disconnect happens in a lot of different places, but it shouldn't happen here because the city's so damn small.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
at least with these other cities that it may happen, and we're talking about metropolitan places with 2-3 million citizens. The city probably has 500,000 people, 700,000 people. You know, there's no reason why a person like myself who has done a show with the Louisiana Philharmonic Orchestra, and I have one coming up. Now we're doing a bigger orchestra. They give me 25-piece orchestra.
Wow.
Why doesn't regular people know about that? Right? Why don't regular people know that I'm the only rapper from New Orleans with a Volkswagen commercial?
Mm.
Right? Even if you never heard my music, you should at least know that that kid exists. And I think that's and already assuming that I'm doing my job by promoting myself regularly, putting out good content, putting out good raps, putting out good music, but I'm only one person, right? And I can only do so much. And if I don't have a team, so like it would take these tastemakers and people who are in position to take somebody that they're not just related to, right? Or they have something to gain out of it and put these guys and gals and people on the platforms to really be seen and become a part of the culture of New Orleans. That's what I would change.
Okay.
I'll
I
tell you
don't think
this.
these guys really.
I'll tell you this. I get exactly what you're saying. I was around when Mystical was still on Big Boy
Hmm.
Records, I think.
Hmm.
Right before he dropped his debut album, his Jack the Rapper I guess demo of his album went around. And I had a copy of it. I used to listen to it. I was probably about 17, 18 at the time. And I was like, I thought dude was amazing, right? And one of the guys that cause I'll go to the studio, one of my OGs, he told me about how the politics of it all goes in terms of who gets the shine, when that shine is, you know what I'm saying, allocated. And like he always said it, out of everybody on the team, everybody at the label, he said, your most talented pen will never be your star. He always said that. He said that your star is going to be the one with the look and the charisma and
The
the
appeal.
personality and naive enough to sign.
I think
And
that's
when he
actually
said
a
that, I'm sorry, I was going to say,
no. Go go
but
go
when he
go.
said
Finish,
that,
finish.
it kind of it gave me this idea. It made me start looking at the industry different and start, you know, what I'm saying, looking at how cities that these rappers come from treats them and how that looks. You know what I'm saying? Like Outkast wasn't revered until they had a platinum album that white people bought into. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
everybody loved Players Ball. You know what I'm saying? When they did the rebrand, when they came out with elevators, everybody was on board with that. But come on now, when they had what's the name of that song? Rosa Parks. When Rosa Parks blew up for them, it was up. And then Atlanta started acknowledging that them boys was from Atlanta.
Thompson.
You see what I'm saying? So
Thompson.
it's like your accomplishments are they should be acknowledged. But a lot of those politicians want somebody to put some money in their pocket.
Yeah, man. Or a face that's safe.
Yeah,
Or a presence that you said something just now. You said about I until white people buy it, right? And I think
right,
you could have 1 million black fans, and you'll be
right.
in this little box. You could be Wale, and you'll be
Yeah,
in this little
Mm,
box.
mm.
But the moment you get 100,000 white fans, you did it.
yep. It opens up a floodgate of shit you wasn't even looking for.
What is that? You could have 5 million black fans, and you be in this little box. But the moment you get 100,000 white fans, you did it.
Yep.
That is the illest shit ever. That
And the explanation behind it is kind of like it's a formula to it. You know what I'm saying? Like you had the ones who kind of like got to peek through a little bit. They, you know what I'm saying? The bell curve hit and they came right back down into you know what I'm saying, to where we exist. You know what I'm saying? But they do have a couple of them singles. You know what I'm saying? That's what we like to call one hit wonders and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But like you think about it, I'll use Joe Budden as an example. You know, his first song was the song that peaked for him. His first single, I should say, is the song that peaked for him. He had some other singles, but his career never returned
to
to the
that.
top of the bell curve after that, right? And the reason why is because he stopped making songs that white people could relate to. Pump It Up is a club song white people love. You know what I'm saying? That's why it was in what you got served or some shit like that. I mean, it's just how it goes, man. It's like so, like your pen. I recognize your pen because I'm an MC. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm listening and I'm paying close attention. We are few and far between. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you have like your dope MCs, you got your dope pens, and you got your aliens. You know what I'm saying? We just verbally just take it to another realm.
100%.
That's why Lupe, even though his bell curve went way up there, he hung up there for a while, but he came right back down to where people appreciate what he does exist. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's
He
that
had
balance.
buku hit records. Though. It's crazy. Like he's one of the few
Yeah.
that
His
really
bell curve went
was
peaked,
it
went
was
way up there.
there. He got
Mm-hmm.
about like
Yeah.
10 hit records low key. Nigga sold about
Yeah.
like 20 million records, bro. You don't see
Yeah.
MCs selling that many records, not in the time that he came out. You had niggas like
And
Kanye who, and I don't really like even talking about that nigga no more, but you had people like that guy who was a spitter, but he was more personality and appearance than spitter.
yeah.
He said some
He,
dope things that we related to, but it was like his personality was so raw that like niggas just kind of gravitated to it. But you don't really get, and Common who has, I mean, yeah, he's kind of come down, but he's pretty much stuck at legend level since like
Yeah.
Find It Forever. He's pretty much been a legend since then, you
Yeah,
know.
you've been floating. You've been floating. Yeah.
But like, you don't really see niggas that are extremely as intricate as a Lupe Fiasco, who
Or
got to
Black Thought.
that height.
You know
God,
what I'm
Black
saying?
Thought and Fonte are aliens.
Mm,
Man,
yeah,
Them niggas
insane.
are aliens.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cause Fonte been rhyming since what, 97, 90. Well, we've kind of heard about him since like about 97. I came around '05.
Six nine. Yeah.
About like OK Player, Black Thought, what, early 90s. Do they have a whack verse?
I don't think so.
Good luck researching that.
Even on the songs where they don't even put forth as much effort, the pen is still sharp.
30 years
It's
of just
still
incredible
intricate.
verses is wild business, man.
Yeah.
Consistent, wild. But you know who else has a great pen that I feel like is extremely underrated? Mickey Fax. Mickey
Oh yeah.
Fax, because a lot of people didn't follow his career from when he first came out to now. You know, he's kind of found this world where like the rapidy rap niggas, like your Crooked Eyes and like your Side of Princes, like that kind of vibe. But he's so much more than that. He's always been a guy who has made really good songs. And his songs just never quite hit or really stuck to where people would know them. They only know him for the radio freestyles and stuff. But he has a pen that
Yeah.
is just alien like. What he did to Royce the 5'9", I mean, good lord, like that shit
Yeah.
was. Did y'all hear the joint?
Yeah. I remember that. I
Oh,
got it on my
it,
phone
like
still. Yeah.
yeah, man, it's obnoxious what he did, and so. But to hear that you guys are spitters and you pay attention to lyricism,
Big time.
these are the type of conversations, these are the type of rooms I want to be in because there's a level of appreciation that kind of goes without saying with some of these caveats and outliers that like people like to harp on. Maybe the song isn't as great, or maybe the this or the that. It's like my nigga, did they rap good or not?
Did they rap good? That's
Right.
all I want to know. Like, did it grab you when you were listening?
Because I don't rate everybody on the same scale,
Uh-uh.
right? When I go to Sean Price, I don't want to hear the same type of lyricism that I would get from a Black Thought. So I don't judge those two guys the same.
Uh-uh.
Right. Exactly.
When I hear
They
Lupe,
occupy their own space.
you feel me? When I hear Lupe, I don't judge him on the same boat as Sahara the Prince,
Uh-uh.
right? When I hear Elzai, I don't judge him on the same as I judge a Big Boy from Outkast. They're not the same guys, but they're all
Right.
really good rappers,
And
right?
Elzai is dope. Let's just say that real
Oh
quick.
man, that
Elzai is
nigga,
dope. Sick.
come on, that nigga, he's an alien.
Mm.
He's
Mm.
out of this world good. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think lyricism, especially nowadays, I think I would bet that you guys listen to a lot of underground hip hop and a lot of indie hip hop and stuff like that. So when I have these convos, I don't even really like talking about mainstream like that. That's not really my bag. You know what I mean? I
Right.
like listening to artists that when I buy their album, first of all, I buy that bitch off Bandcamp. That's how indie they are. You know what I mean? Or when I
Right.
buy the album, that money goes straight to their bank account. That's like the artist I want to
Absolutely.
support.
Absolutely.
Because the bigger artists, Common, love him. I think he's incredible. That nigga don't need my money no more. You dig? Lupe, love him to death. That's my guy. I'm gonna buy his merch. I'm gonna show love, but he don't really need my bread no more. I want to support people like who's I still listen to Slum Village, right? Young RJ and T3. Whenever they tour, I'm buying their concert ticket. You did. When Elzai and Skyzoo came, Skyzoo,
Yeah.
right? I'm copping their ticket. I'm buying their album because like I want to support
Blue.
niggas directly.
Yeah. Blue.
Oh man, I just
Uh.
did it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Oh man, that nigga nice.
Man. Every time
That
he
nigga.
drops something, I'm on it.
I just did a show with him in Columbus, Ohio. It was Blue and Exile, Mickey Fax, and Corey Guns.
Oh, dope.
Man.
Yeah, that shit was
Dope.
crazy. Corey can rap his behind off. Mickey is an incredible performer. Blue is just a rapper's rapper. And
Man.
I didn't know, and they call me, I'm late to the party. I didn't know Exile could rhyme.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
know.
On
I
their
didn't know.
earlier stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that ugh. Boy could rhyme his ass off, man. What is it with these inconspicuous beer belly having white niggas? Like why you rhyme so good, B? You look like a substitute PE teacher, nigga.
Right.
Rhyme his ass off.
Nigga stopped playing football and started rhyming and
You know what?
shit.
You'll be
Come
thinking
on,
after
man.
a while, you start thinking he's just quoting somebody else's stuff.
Right.
Yeah, like yo, weren't you on the O
Right.
line in high school, nigga? What you rap so good for?
Right.
But nah, man,
It's a
I
lot of
definitely
dope ass guys out there, man. And what we were saying earlier before you got out six was that he said he went to New York and he did a couple shows there and he got off the
Right.
stage and when he left the stage you from New Orleans? Y'all rap like that down there? I was like, my nigga, like that. He said he's still surprised that it's still going on. Like me too, shit. Me too. Like it's something that just shouldn't happen no more. Like we have a history of seeing Outkast, like I was saying, Scarface and UGK and all those guys get down on the mic and bust ass, kick ass, and keep on going. So to even for me to hear a white voice was like, all right, it's time, shit. Like we want to
I
hear that
think
shit.
that, man, I think that the northern perception of hip hop is probably what the problem is. Because you think
Mm.
about it from the perspective of uh, New York being the Mecca. They were in the closet about how many other rappers they was listening to, bro.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I'm
it was
saying?
definitely bumming some
That's
Southern
why
niggas.
it caught everybody off guard to get like the ASAP Rockies and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And now you got
Talk
what
about it.
5 foreign. You know what I'm saying? The styles that they actually just openly, you know what I'm saying, mimic.
Hmm.
That
You
dude
see
is
what I'm
so.
saying?
Uh,
And I don't even want to disrespect what they do like that, but
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what it looked like
facts.
to me. You see what I'm saying? It just looked like they're just doing their version. That's their tribute to the style of music that they always liked. You know what I'm saying?
Thousand
And
percent, bro.
ain't nothing wrong with that because I'll even go as far as saying like Chicago. From if you exist outside Chicago, you would think that one specific genre or one specific form of hip hop is prevalent in Chicago. But there are so many spitters in Chicago. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Chicago's full
So
of
many.
spitters. That drill gangster shit is like, you know what I'm saying, pervasive for Chicago and on the front facing side of it. But that don't even make up most of the ecosystem of spitters there. You don't get a chance to rapper at the exact same time as Chief Keef without that being a thing. You see what I'm saying? They came out simultaneously. You know what I'm saying? They were like they actually functioned in similar circles. Their Venn diagram overlapped. You see what I'm
Man,
saying?
y'all got a rapper from Chicago, and I heard about him because Hip Hop DX did a list. This is actually funny. I should repost this. I forgot about this until this moment just now. Wow. 2016, what was it 17? Hip Hop DX did a list of the top 10 rappers you should look out for.
Right.
And JID was on that list. That's crazy. I just thought about that. And I was on the list too. I need to find that list. And Chris Crack was on that list. And I
Mhm.
had never
Mm.
heard of Chris Crack before. And I looked at that list and I saw all the people on that list was kind of jumping. I was like, I'm gonna reach out to a few, but I'm gonna reach out to this Chris Crack nigga, see what he talking about. And I reached out and man, I tell niggas, Chris Crack sounds like if Ghostface Killer was a SoundCloud rapper.
Mm.
I'm talking
Mm.
about he has
That's
the lyricism of a ghost, but the approach of a SoundCloud rapper. And what I mean by that is he's
quality.
wild.
I'm gonna step away for a second. I'll be back.
I tell
Y'all
you,
go. Y'all keep going. Y'all keep going.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
wild. The
Right.
names of his albums are insane.
So he
Uh,
going shock value route.
I want to say shock value, but not for the sake of just being shocky, like just to
Okay.
shock it. Like he has an album called "When's the Last Time You Heard of a Sick Crackhead?"
That's the name of the album?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
but when you listen to the record, it's just a bunch of soul loops. It sounds like Conductor Williams produced it, but he been doing
Right.
music since like 2014, and it just sounds like a bunch of just soul loops and just rhyming crazy over him. Dude, but he's from Chicago. You should
You
check him out
ever
if you haven't heard of him. Tell you his
you get a
album.
chance,
Yeah,
check out on SoundCloud Jamil Inkwell.
Jamil Inkwell. Okay,
Yeah, he's from Chicago. He was one of my mentees. I mentored him when he was coming up rapping. And
okay.
he died probably like 5 years ago. But
Oh man,
like
sorry about that.
he was touring with Kendrick right around Good Kid, Mad City era. He was touring
Oh
with him back
wow, man.
then. He
Damn.
was touring with him during uh all the way up into Damn, all the way up into Damn.
What?
Yeah, and
Damn.
yeah, he was really trying to get his, but he was in the streets too. So that's what
Mm,
I'm
yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
But in terms of talent, like he left Chicago, moved to Oakland, went from Oakland to LA, and from there it just took off. And
Damn, man.
he used to come over my crib and record all the time. I taught him like how to record, how to count bars and shit. And
Damn.
he was nice.
Yeah, man.
Like he's a lyrical visionary at his age.
Well, man, I definitely send my condolences in that space because I'm
Yeah.
sure he's a young guy, that's very unfortunate. There's been a lot of those guys. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
New Orleans. I think New Orleans and Chicago kind of share that. For about 20 years, we kind of went back and forth between the murder capitals of United States type shit. It was us or St. Louis. You know what I mean? And there's been so many guys who are from the city who have passed, who are just incredibly nice or had they were next up type vibe. So that's always an unfortunate thing. But I think that's one of the reasons why personally, man, that I want to make sure that my music, the fact that we're even doing this right now, right, is
Right.
because of my attention to detail with the bars. That shit will outlive me, And I just turned 34 last month, and as I'm getting older and as an MC, I'm still, I still have the approach of a young guy. I'm still out here, but like I'm getting older, and I'm realizing more and more and more the impact that I have. I do have fans. People are tapped into what I got going on, and my music will outlive me. And if I did it right, the people who are fans of my stuff will pass it along to their friends and to their family and to their little ones, and maybe their little ones will pass it on to their little ones and stuff. And that shit's gonna outlive me for way after I'm gone. And I want to make sure what it sounds like your mentee Jamil, what he was able to do was create some timeless shit.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do, man. I think about that a lot, like legacy and what that looks like. And a lot of your legacy is just another word for reputation,
Right.
you know. And what is your reputation when you're not in the room, and subsequently when you're gone? That's what I think about. I approach this game with attention to detail. That if you know, you know.
Right.
Uh, I approach this game with respect because without it, I wouldn't have been half the places I've been. I tell you what, man, as I've seen some things, I've gone some places, but it's because of hip hop. You know what I mean? I am a New Orleans nigga through and through. I'm from uptown. I would have probably stayed uptown my whole life if it wasn't for rap. And because of how powerful this thing is, I truly approach it with care and love. Because when I'm gone, I want people to know that I approached it with care and love. Because all you're gonna have is your music when you're gone. You're not there to talk about it no more. And
Yeah.
so I think about that a lot, dog. And like I approach this thing because I care about it, because it changed my life. It gave me the ability to tour the world. I've toured in Hamburg, Germany. I've toured LA. I've been to Pamplona, Spain. I've been to Scranton, Pennsylvania, Chicago, Illinois, Miami, Florida, you know, Denver, Colorado, like all these places because of rap music. And because
Right.
of that, man, you can't help but love it. You can't help but just appreciate it and give it. That's why sometimes, and maybe it's just my opinion, and I don't necessarily like to judge niggas just off of how I feel, but like when I see niggas kind of like, I heard about this one rap, I don't remember the name, but I don't know if you've seen this, but this little young kid, I think he was a double XL freshman. My man don't even write his raps. He uses Chat
Yeah.
GPT.
Yeah. I saw that.
And it's like,
Are you
what,
serious?
what are we doing here, B? Like, what are we on, man? Like, why you even do it?
I've been saying for years that we grant too many allowances in hip
Oh,
hop as
oh.
a culture. We grant way too many allowances. I've been saying this for years though. I think that we get way too many passes. We're too welcoming. We're too supportive, and we don't hold. There's no bar for where the standard is anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like once we kind of like surrendered our corporate
Mhm.
financial holding over to them, it don't matter no more. But the problem with that is hip hop still exists over here, even though rap is over there now. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where like when a I use Microsoft as an example. Microsoft bought a bunch of video game companies. They this is what the labels did to hip hop. They bought rap out of hip hop like Microsoft bought Call of Duty. You see what I'm saying? It's doing whatever the hell it wants to do with Call of Duty now. Whatever it used to be, it'll never be that again because Microsoft owns it. They can do what they want to do with it. That's how rap is right now, industrially. Hip hop
Industrial.
is hip hop. This kind of answers your question as to why the city doesn't have a hip hop scene. You see what I'm saying? Because on the corporate side, this other stuff has been prioritized. If that's been the priority and the label is pushing this as their priority, this is the image they want out there. All the young people who want to rap, they want to be like
Gonna
the
do
ones they
that.
see get into the bag.
Big facts. Because
They
apparently the
might
bag
be,
is the most important thing.
yeah. They
That
don't
is
care
the
about their
only
pen
thing.
no more. So why not use Chat GPT if it get me to the bag? That's how they think about it. They're not even thinking about like the longevity of a career and legacy and what their reputation is going to be when they're gone.
At
You know what
all,
I'm
man.
saying?
I think
It's
I
sad.
think the problem, one of I think there's two main issues with what rap is now, what the music industry is now. Number one is money became the ultimate goal, and the fans started caring about music shit
Metrics.
outside. Yes. What the fuck does a fan give a fuck about record sales for? You
How
don't
did
get a
the
dime off of it.
how did the music make you feel though?
Niggas be
Dude, they
repped
don't even
out.
have that conversation no more. That
That,
conversation don't even exist no more.
that
Well,
shit dead.
we were just having this conversation before you jumped on earlier. And I'm not, this ain't no knock against anybody, but it's me calling it out and seeing it for what it is. Industrially, like we were talking about how like they have this standard industrially for what a rapper looks like, what they sound like, what they rap about, right? Can you think of like traditionally, there's three types of songs a rapper usually has on his album: where he's from, what his neighborhood is like, something like that, a song about his mama or a woman in his life. You know what I'm saying? And the third one is usually something that's indicative of what you know what I'm saying, like an upbeat song, something that's indicative of some energy. You know what I'm saying? There's a rapper who occupies too much space on the sound waves and on the internet who has none of those songs, and he's the most successful rapper in the industry.
Mm,
There are no songs of that type in his catalog. And it
mm,
wasn't even required of him. And his fans love him.
mm,
You see what I'm saying?
hmm.
There's a formula.
It is, man. If you
There's a
can tap
formula,
into
bro.
this idea, if I don't know what it is that somebody goes, they're the one. Boop. Like, I be trying to figure that out. Because they got some guys who have a little bit of talent. But okay, I could see like the singers. If you're like physically attractive to a specific market, you can get away with. You remember that boom in like the 2000s when all the pop singer girls were singing and they were all actresses and nobody could really sing, but they were just cute
Mm,
little white girls. Remember that shit? You can at least get away with it because you're pretty. These niggas barely can rhyme. Like how do and they're not interesting. They're just carbon copies of another nigga we saw 3 months ago, from
That's the
another nigga we saw
deconstruction.
6 months ago.
I
That's the
think that's the whole
deconstruction of the
purpose.
that's the deconstruction of the product.
Yeah.
You like it's almost like they're doing a phase out. You see what I'm saying? It's like whatever the next big thing is, they're trying to get to it
Mm-hmm.
It feels like
because
a feels like a big
they're
lot sale, nigga.
It is. It is.
they're literally stripping down. They've stripped hip hop down so that the world perspective on it is negative. People don't enjoy the music. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's like so many different things. They've created knocks against it so that they can move on to the next thing and people will
Mm-hmm.
welcome that next thing. You know what I'm saying?
And everybody just
That's
being
what it
more
is.
accepting of the next piece of shit and the next piece of shit and the next piece of shit. And it's like you
I
said,
will
it's a
venture to say
deconstructing of it all. It
it's
really is.
probably some Afrobeat, Euro type stuff that's going to be the next thing.
Yeah.
And you can almost tell because that's where a lot of these new artists are kind of like leaning towards that they're
Yep.
putting out these pop artists and stuff like that. That's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of what that vibe is now.
Mm-hmm.
And don't, for one, nobody's outside anymore. The club scene is trash. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Niggas is
It's
outside
all
being
about,
inside.
yeah.
Niggas
Yeah.
is
Like you
outside in the
go to
club on their phone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
remember niggas used
unemployment.
to go to the club
Exactly.
to have a good time. Now you see these niggas in the
There's
clubs
no
on a
there's no
couch.
no person to person interaction anymore outside of sex. You
Facts.
know what I'm saying? So it's like that's the way this is exactly industrially what they're preparing for. Whatever that next thing is going to be something that's absolutely non-threatening and safe, and anybody can listen to it anywhere. Hip hop has always been the antithesis of that.
1000%. And it's gotten to a point now where if you are the antithesis of what hip hop has become, you're the weird one now.
Hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you're the
Because
one
they
that's like outlier now.
hip hop was made to make the status quo uncomfortable. But now
Now
the,
it's
the
now you're
status quo,
rewarded if you make it comfortable.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's exactly what it is, bro.
it's insane. I tell you this, man, because of what's going on industrially and in the industry and in the mainstream, with the exception of a few rappers, I don't participate.
Right.
You know,
That's
again,
why
all my favorite.
what you do is dope.
Thank you. And honestly, man, I make music for people like yourselves. Niggas who just care about rhyming, but then even past that, care about topics that are like relatable to some degree, right? I make music. For me, my formula is, dude, I make music that I think is really dope, and I just want people who also think that kind of music is dope to get a grab a hold of it. You
Yes,
know,
sir. Yes, sir.
that's it.
Yeah.
I don't chase listeners.
No, we
You
we just
know,
like dope music, man. We just like hearing dope music. We love bars and everything. I love whether it's his rhymes or if it's Ransom or if it's yours or something. I always go, hey, y'all heard this nigga right here spitting, man? Check this out.
that's what
You
it's
know
about,
that's
dog.
what I love hearing. I love being able to listen to somebody music and go, I got to
Put
go back
somebody
and
else on.
yeah, not just put them on, but wait, I got to go back and listen to like what he just said 10 seconds ago. Or I get that
And
chill. I go, ooh, he just said, wait, what? Let me go back and ooh. That's what I'm listening for. I'm not listening to hear about what's the latest fashion tips that you got, the latest fashion tips you got, the latest shoes that's out. I don't care about none of that shit, man. I want to hear some dope ass bars, or I want to hear a message that's going somewhere, bro. That's what I'm here for.
if you could get the combo on that,
You solidified.
yeah, it's a
the,
done
the
deal.
the thing
A
is,
lot of rappers,
man, like I tell you, for me, man, like these videos are so cool. Outside of like, I think they're great. I like they're good for me because they combine everything I like.
Hmm.
They combine sneakers, right?
yep,
I'm a big shoe head, but I ain't gotta talk about it. I just show it.
Yep.
right.
Yep. We see
So
we see what we see what you're doing with it.
you feel me? Like you see the thing. Listen to these bars though.
Yeah.
I didn't make these videos to be like, okay, here's the hook, and then here's what's gonna get them, and then I wanted it to look really cool aesthetically, right? But there's nothing being compromised because for me, I don't have a label, right? I'm not a major label artist. I
Hmm.
don't have a team. I don't have a bunch of niggas in my head or in my ear telling me, yo, you need to do this. Why even put parameters on myself?
Hmm.
I'm only gonna make shit that I like and find a way to make a career of it. And that's what I've been able to do. I'm a full-time artist. I've been full-time since 2021. And it's off of rapping really well. You know, I tell niggas this all the time, bro. Like, I didn't get a cosign in my career until like I got co-signed by Tank of the Bangers. That's not really a good hip hop
Wow.
cosign, you know.
Wow.
Um, I've never had an investor. I don't have a famous family member. I don't know anybody in the industry to a level that could change my life. Right? I know a couple niggas who are pretty popular, but they don't have their eyes on hip hop. I rapped really well my way into a 16-year career.
Mm. So
That's how I got in the
everything
game.
for you was just hustle and organic, which is dope. Which is what the way hip hop is, really, you
Yeah,
know.
that's hip hop.
Yeah,
That's
That's hip
hip hop.
hop.
that's hip
That's
hop.
it.
His
It's
shit,
hip
like
hop.
we can also use the term or the phrase "out the trunk." He got his out the
Come on,
trunk.
man. Out the trunk, baby. Shouts to Master
Man,
P, man. Shouts to him for bringing that West Coast grind to the
Yeah,
South and really spreading that around, you know, like, and then obviously Memphis was doing it. And obviously, I know y'all niggas was getting to it in Chicago out the
yeah.
trunk. You
E40,
know,
UGK, all them
come on,
motherfuckers
man.
doing it.
Come on,
Yeah,
man. There was a time in
yeah,
Cali and Texas, you just go platinum in Cali and Texas.
yeah,
You're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
well,
you
know
don't even
what?
need no other. Yeah, you
You
ain't need
feel me?
nowhere else.
Two
Mm-mm.
of the biggest states in the United
All you need
States.
to do is just sell a couple 100,000. Shit, just sell 100,000.
Gucci, you be a millionaire.
Yeah, you'd be a millionaire in no time.
But I truly like I rap really well my way into this thing, and dog, I'm always gonna rap good. I'm always gonna try my best to rap good. I'm always gonna put effort into the bars because like that's what it's all about. That's what got me into this shit.
Mm.
I'm not gonna like I didn't get into it and then see I saw a little bit of success, like, ooh, I'm gonna pivot and go that way. It's like, nah, man, I'm gonna stick to my guns. Cause I got nobody telling me to do otherwise. I'm gonna just do it
Yeah,
out. I always thought it was weird. I always thought it was interesting when I see up and coming MCs or artists trying to do whatever the current thing is. It's like, why put those parameters on yourself? Why don't you just
right.
make the music you like? You giving yourself a like when niggas be like, yo, the album gotta come out in 2 weeks, or it's like, why even give it? Just make the music and at your leisure, nigga. Like, there's no rush. There's no rush. Just do your thing. That's how I approach
Because they
this
want
thing,
the
bro.
shiny stuff. They want the shiny stuff.
Yeah,
Hmm.
man. And it's
Uh,
like, nah, man. I look, I'm gonna get the shiny stuff, but I'm gonna do it my way,
Yeah,
right?
right.
yeah,
As long as I can sleep at night, dog, and not for that to even go into a whole nother convo, but like with all the things we got going on in the world with this terrible ass president and all these like this homophobia, xenophobia, like all this like discrimination, racism, like all these niggas on the right calling people that are aware of problems woke and how that's a bad thing now, and
yeah.
like all this stuff.
Really?
All we
Yeah.
got is the purity of hip hop, bro.
Let me just do this one thing that separates me from everybody else and be great at that.
Yeah.
While all this calamity and frustration and delusion is happening, let me focus on this one thing that I know that I can do well. And I know there's a crowd of people, there's a group of people that will appreciate this right here. Because I can't change none of that, but I can add to and continue the
I
history.
contribute in some way.
Yes, sir. I can contribute to the culture that we actually have over here, which is dope.
Right
Which
on
is
the head
dope.
of the nail, dog. But I'll tell you this though, I am gonna yell, fuck that nigga Trump. Fuck anything about that nigga and anybody that fuck with that nigga. That's how I get down. But I'm also
I'm
gonna be
with you.
over here. I'm also gonna be over here making this art because I'm an artist, right? So my contribution to this game is music, it's
Hmm.
creativity. So I'm
Right.
gonna lean into that. That's how I'm gonna make my mark. That's how I want to make my difference. Maybe I get to a point where I get some bread and I could really pass it around and make sure people are straight. But like until we get to that point, all I got for you is art. And this wild, wild west of a world we live in right now,
Hmm.
I got art for you. And
Hmm.
I'm gonna give it to you to the best of my ability at the highest level that I possibly can, even on a little Instagram clip for 45 seconds. You're gonna get these motherfucking bars, my nigga. Because I care about hip hop. And to slightly go into it, that's one of the reasons why my previous outfit didn't really work out. Is because my approach to this music game is completely different from that niggas. And you learn that more when the success comes around. You go viral a
Right.
bunch and we start selling out shows across the US and stuff like that. And you start to really see people's true intentions and you start to see, oh, you're not really in this for the love
Hmm.
and all the good stuff that comes of it is lanyard. No, 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 no. You in it for the bag. You trying to get to the point where niggas was like, yo, you want to make a true social account on that boy Trump's social media just to like get over there and try to get some more fans. I was like, nigga, what? What is you talking about, boy? We not playing that. What do you
It's
mean?
crazy, and it's still crazy to me that people still want you to dilute yourself. Not just you, just but
Yeah,
us
yeah.
included. They want you to dilute yourself and take you away from the art form and do something outside of what you want to do, right? They want you to go get the bag. They want you to be more mainstream. Why are you asking me to do something that your artists like to do? Why don't you go over there, dick ride, and suck all that dick over there, and just let me go over here and stay in this area where I like to be, and just create my and just be an artist. Let me just be over here and be an artist. If at
Yeah.
any point in time I desire to do that shit, I do that when I get ready to. But while I'm over
You
here
know
right
what?
now, let me just stay over here and do what I want to do.
Big facts.
I, I think what people tend to miss though is that being an artist, you probably being the most valuable person that society need
Come
right
on,
now.
man. Boy, you
And
better talk about it.
you're using your talent and your platform to say the things that you feel and see in your life that matters. You know what I'm saying? You're putting it into your pen. You know what I'm saying?
1,000%.
And meanwhile, they want to group together and have a hive mind session over some bullshit that they don't have any full comprehension of because they're not taking out the time to learn it and think about it on their own. Meanwhile, you get to put all your frustration, all your emotion, everything that they fucking collectively play around with, you actually being real about it in your pen. You know what I'm saying?
And I think it's also interesting too that like, I don't know if you guys have had these conversations where, and this is like somewhat of a meticulous conversation. I don't know if we have the time to really break it down, but like if you don't approach the music game with the same intentions of everyone else, people kind of look at you weird.
Hmm.
What do you mean you don't want to be the number one guy like Drake? What do you mean you don't want to be as huge as Nicki Minaj? What do you mean you don't want to be as famous as, and it's like, well, what if I just want to make good music and make a living from that? Oh, you accepting failure. You a failure. You should want to be number one. It's like, nah, I just want to be number one me.
That's it.
I think
And let me say
that's
this
that
because we've
industry
already,
thinking though.
yeah,
That's
that's
the
that
industry
industry.
thinking.
But here's the other thing. My definition of success to me ain't the same as
Ain't the
their
same.
definition of success to them. And why are you asking me to copy and paste somebody else's formula to success when I don't have that same formula? That's not what I'm thinking about. You can't tell me what my vision and goal looks like or what my
Come
journey
on.
looks like. So why are you giving me something that you can't even uh uh emulate? Why are you telling me to do something that you can't even emulate? And then why you tell it to
Facts.
me? And I don't want to emulate it. I don't
Facts.
want
It's
to
a
do that. I
thing.
care more about the artistry and what I'm doing and how I get there on
You
my
reach
road.
my charger?
I
Facts.
think it's a thing about how resources are allocated. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So when these labels, these teams, they ain't necessarily gotta be labels. They could be like teams. You have like QC was a team before it was a label.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All the artists that was on their label when they was putting it together, they was testing them out, trying to see what was gonna stick. And then they was like, well, we're gonna try to replicate that. You know what I'm saying? And it's to the success of the team that at least that one thing pop off. What people don't understand about artistry though is that everybody don't have the same goals. Everybody they can't wrap their head around the idea that you would want to be a part of this industry when the industry is only focused on making money.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The product isn't you. The product is what you create. So if
Come
they
on.
can cut you out the equation and still get your product, they'll definitely do it. But hence why they still flip catalogs of artists who died. You see what I'm
Or
saying?
why they're doing these AI artists now,
Mm.
Yeah, exactly. They
which
want
is
to they want
just
to
the most
eliminate the
disgusting shit
human
on the planet.
elements. Yeah,
That
because
is
if
the
they could,
most disgusting
it's
shit.
cut, it's cutting out chewing, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Here's some food. We're just gonna inject it in your belly.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Niggas putting the hamburger
They cutting
grease
out
in the
all the work.
IV.
Yeah, they cutting out all the work. You know what I'm saying?
See, they blending it
So
all up, huh?
Nah, man, just
yeah,
putting that shit straight into the IV, dog. And you're right, man. It's the human
and
aspect. I think the humanity in general across the board is being threatened right now.
Yes, sir.
Just
yeah,
look at the politics, look at things that are going on, look at the way music is being handled, and look at just any
how art is
transaction that we
being.
do. Yeah, like humanity is gone to the point where it's so rare that once something becomes like rare, then you can kind of twist the narrative on it. And so now, again, being woke is a bad thing, or being aware of what's going
Yeah,
on is a bad thing, or being, being human or showing humanity is a weakness, or you ain't really trying to get this money. You realize that anybody that touches billions or multi millions of dollars and billions of dollars, they're usually terrible people, but
Mm.
we accept that and we're cool with being terrible as long as you get rich or as long as you win or you're number one. It's like the humanity of it. And one thing I've learned, dog, especially in the past 3 months with all the things I've been going through, is the more success that you see. If you're in a room with a bunch of successful people, humanity does not exist in that space.
It doesn't because they all trying to eat.
And so what I'm learning
they ain't there
is,
to impress each other.
bruh, and so what I'm learning now is I want to create this perfect little world. I don't know if I ever get to it, right? But I want to create this perfect little world where I exist by making the art I want to make, and I'm only surrounded by people who practice in human who live in humanity. I don't know if that's a utopia. I don't know if I ever get to that space. But I know my little ecosystem and bubble will only exist with people who say excuse me when they walk past you at bare fucking minimum, dog. Bare minimum. That's it. That's all I want. I'm not here. And if that requires me to only make $60,000 a year for the rest of my life, nigga, that's what we doing. Because I'm happy, I'm comfortable, and most importantly, a nigga could sleep at night. That's it. I want to sleep at night.
And
And
I think that if that's what your vision of success is, then that's all that matters.
the end, because can't nobody really tell me what I see for me. Now, don't get it
Right.
twisted. I would
Now,
love to get to this bag.
if you end up creating two different ecosystems for yourself, where you say this is my utopia where I need to be, but I have to go over here and deal with this fuck shit because there's something bigger over here for me. Then I'll go there and I deal with that. I'll go there and I jump in
Yeah,
that
I
pool
mean, you
when it's
go
time.
you
Yeah, I'll go
do the
get dirty.
thing, and then
I'll go get dirty for a little bit, then I'll go back into my regular
yeah, yeah, I
ecosystem.
mean,
Yeah, yeah.
and so yeah, that's what it's really about, dog. It's about really not putting these weird parameters on myself for no reason, right? To
Hmm.
impress people that don't even know I exist. Like, what's the point of that?
Right.
And like, now don't get it twisted. I want to get a Rolex one day. You dig? I want to get to this bag. I want to make a little money, but not at the expense of. And this sounds corny to say, but not at the expense of my soul.
Right.
Because selling out, the idea of selling out and selling your soul, for me, at first I used to think it was literally like when they say, what's my man name? Muddy Waters. I think it was Muddy Waters who sold his soul at the crossroads. I don't know, yeah, I'm sure y'all know the story. The blues
Yeah, I
singer,
see. Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I used to think that's literally what it meant. What I've learned now is selling your soul is doing something to make money or to see success that you would normally
Outside
do.
your
Boom.
outside your moral framework. Yeah.
Come on, man. And so, like, I refuse. That's just not gonna happen. I'm not doing that. That shit dead, bro. If it's a
Some
choice
people don't
between me
have the
being,
integrity.
yeah,
Some people lack integrity. So it's
And
like,
dignity, morals, all
yeah.
that.
So like you have those types of you exist in a world where integrity is like low value, respect is low value, you know what I'm saying? Like you prioritize material possessions and survival above those, you know what I'm saying, above those core tenets that, you know what I'm saying, define your position in society. If you forego that just so you can get a couple you know what I'm saying, bags of silver, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So it's like it's
it's
a lot of
wild.
people out here who live because they live in constant survival mode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Whereas you
Facts.
like
and
once
when
you
you're
have some integrity, you know how to move. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? You understand that this life ain't meant to be easy.
yeah, but when you a
And you're
low
gonna put in the
frequency
work and you're
person
gonna
like that, you low vibrational, you'll
yeah,
accept anything like that. Whatever it takes
yeah.
to get you to the next level, you'll go along with it
Shit crazy to me.
How else did these labels come up with 360 deals? They knew these niggas was that hungry.
by giving it to motherfuckers who ain't had nothing.
Nobody ever thought to say, I'm not signing that bullshit. They were
Lupe
like,
did.
they were like,
Lupe
I'm gonna just
did.
go ahead and do it. Yeah.
Lupe
And
was
you
like,
see
"Yo,
how
I
they
ain't
tried
fucking
to,
with that." And boy, look, if y'all know, if
man,
anybody, I know some Chicago niggas know how they. That's why I love that nigga, dog.
They
Like
tried
I
to
know
fry
he,
him. They tried to fry
bruh.
Lupe for that.
Come on, man.
yeah,
They froze all this, man. Look, and
yeah.
like that's why I don't fuck with Leo Cohen, right? He's done a lot to the community. That's awful. But what he did to Lupe
Hmm.
is like, come on, this nigga was at the peak. He was at the top, and they still wanted more.
Yep.
He
And
was
then
selling millions.
turned in the album, gave them the album that they were looking for, and they said, "No, we needed something extra." The nigga had to
Yeah,
go
because they want
in
to
and
make
go
the
back
example out
in
of
and create a different album that was more commercial and industry appeal.
They told that nigga, yeah, we know Superstar sold about 3 million, but we want a Lady Gaga record to sell four. It's like it's never enough.
it. Right.
She was already selling M's. Like, what? Why do you switch the sauce? Why you adding all these different ingredients into the sauce when this formula works already? And that's the industry you're in, where it's like we're in, where it's like you can make the money and then it's still not enough.
Yep.
But it is
So
also, you can think about how, like, technologically, they weren't keeping pace with the changes that were occurring either. Because Lupe came out during the ringtone era. You
yep,
know what I'm saying? And Kick Push sold a bunch of ringtones, But by the time his second album came out, by the time Lasers came out, that era had changed. And, that's when iTunes really took off. You know what I'm saying? So all of these different
All that.
changes, all these different shifts, they had to calibrate and think about the metrics so they can meet their goals because they got investors and they got all these people putting money in the pot and they need to get that return because they already promised them a projection. So you got an artist like Lupe, who's an artist. He's a rapper's rapper. And he just so happened to write dope ass mainstream music. You know what I'm saying? His pen is immaculate. That ain't enough because guess what? They look over across the street at Def Jam and Kanye is dog walking the industry.
And they want you
Yeah.
to do
You
the
see what I'm
same thing.
saying?
They want you to do what he
Really do.
doing.
They want
Completely
you to
different
do that.
artists, but want you to do the same thing he doing.
Yeah.
Because
Because
there's
they
no
don't care about
humanity
none of
enough
that other
to know.
stuff.
Exactly. Exactly. There's no humanity there to even
Right.
differentiate. You guys are all black and white numbers and contracts, my nigga. Get to the music.
Hmm.
Yep.
Make the
Get
song
to the
that
music.
puts
Get
my
in there.
daughter through college. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
and that shit is wild to me. I don't. So, and me and my, but there's a guy by the name of Marcel P. Black. You guys should check out. I always say he's like if Dead Prez and Killer Mike was from Baton Rouge. Dude
Mm.
is dope as shit, like super dope. It's my brother. I love that man. But we talk about these kind of things where it's like the industry and the industry and the industry, and as it pertains to, he's got a lot of famous friends, but like as the closest, being my closest homie, I'm probably the most successful rapper that he knows as it pertains to like getting close to the next level with my previous outfit and stuff, and like, but we talk about how fucked up the industry really is, and how like in a lot of ways I don't really want to be a part of that. I'm not going to hinder myself to not get into those rooms, but I don't really want to be a part of that stuff. That's why I'm going about this thing the way I do with these little videos I'm making, right? I just want people to know what I've learned with the industry, the internet is what you put out there is what you'll be known for, is the
Hmm.
precedent you set,
Hmm.
right? And so I am meticulous with that. I want to make sure people know I rap, I perform. If you go through my page past those videos so far, you'll see nothing but live video recaps. I tore my ass off. I'm always on the road, right? I'm always making music or putting music out. I like sneakers. I I tour a lot. I make a lot of songs. I like sneakers. Like that's all I want you to know, right? And so now these videos is just another way to reiterate these things that I want to be known for. I want people to see because like again, all this extra shit that the industry like puts on you to you gotta look the part. You gotta be this. Like, nah, nigga, I'm just gonna be the best version of me.
Hmm.
And hopefully that's enough. Because it's enough for me. Right? I don't want all this extra shit. I don't need all this extra shit. All that other shit, that shit's gonna put an ulcer in your stomach. I already have enough things
Mm.
I'm stressed about on a daily basis, right? Fucking legal cases and fucking did this video perform well or did it not? You know, that's why the first thing y'all told me was these videos, you know, I gotta you see the pen, you see the work, you see the bar work I'm putting in. You know, I stress out about like, you know, how these videos perform and like are the, you know, going from this group where I was getting a bad video would get 20,000 views, a good video will go viral and stuff, to now back to like kind of grinding it out, building it back from the bottom up. How does this perform? How does it, and then I have to like take myself out of that and go, you know what? Was them bars good though?
Yep. Yep.
That's all that matters because it hit y'all, right?
Yeah, and bro, like
This
I
is
said,
what it's about.
I was just sitting there watching, like, all right, that's one. I'll scroll another one. Okay, that's another one. All right, that was cool. It's like, hey, six, check this guy out, man. I think we got a spitter, man. We gotta get him on the podcast. And that's how it go with us. That's how it
Yeah,
go.
man.
I
I respect the
appreciate you,
pen.
Angelo.
You know what I'm saying? And hearing some more context, it really, you know what I'm saying? It's dope. It's dope, man.
Oh
You know,
man, well I appreciate y'all. I gotta do like a tree and get out of here. Uh, that's why I rap and I'm not a comedian. But again, thank you for your patience. I appreciate you for sticking around for me to jump on. Again,
Yes, sir.
apologies on
definitely.
that.
It's all
Um,
good. You gave
but
me some
also
time.
like, oh yeah, nah, definitely, man, definitely. And I'm dropping a really good one tomorrow. I'm gonna give y'all a choice. I don't know if this would be on the podcast, but I'm gonna give y'all a choice. Would y'all rather hear Flavor in your ear or a Dilla beat?
Oh, let's go Dilla.
Yeah,
I
I
will
would
drop a
say
Dilla
Dilla.
beat tomorrow then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Let's
drop a Dilla
do
beat
Dilla.
tomorrow. So check out for tomorrow, man. This is if you like Doom, the Doom one, you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna like this one. It's in the same vein. I'm just rhyming.
Right.
Ain't no concept or gimmick. I'm just giving bars out, and it's one of my favorite Dilla beats.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think this was fire. So man, thank y'all so much for your energy and your time, bro. I
Appreciate
appreciate
your
you. And
time,
when I
bro.
come up there and do a gig in Chicago, man, come fuck with a nigga one time. You hear
You
me?
know it. You know it. Hey, before you get out of here, let
Yes,
everybody
yes,
know all
yes.
your social media, any projects that you got coming up and everything like that. Because this might come out in a week or two. So
Oh, sure, sure, sure.
let everybody know.
Um, so my name is Alfred Banks. You know, it's funny. We were running this so much, I forgot I was on the podcast, man. Thank y'all. Conversation, good motherfucker. Alfred Banks, New Orleans, Louisiana. You can follow me at Underdog Central on all social media. UnderdogCentral.com is my website. If you just search Alfred Banks anywhere, Underdog Central will pop up. Underdog Central is my label, Underdog Central Media. Um, Underdog Central, Alfred Banks. Those are the two things to know. Um, Follow me on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to music at. Just type in Alfred Banks. Bandcamp, alfredbanks.bandcamp.com. Um, yeah. And then click the link in my bio on any social media to get you where you need to go. Yeah, man.
All right, for sure, for sure, for sure. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
we're gonna wrap that up with Alfred Banks, Underdog Central. And with that said, remember the mission statement when you're striving for greatness. God never puts you in the driver's seat if it's taken. We are done here. Brother, I appreciate you getting on with us and wish you the best of luck on everything that you got going on, all right?
I appreciate you, man. Much love.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yep.